Hi there, this is Craig Beck from StopDrinkingExpert.com. Welcome to today's video. I want to talk about why you don't see graphic warning labels on alcohol. Now, when I talk about booze, like in these videos, and I talk passionately and I talk sometimes aggressively about it, some people get very upset with me. And I get the odd occasional abusive email saying, hey, forget booze, cigarettes are much more addictive. Not true. You can prove this in one Google search. This has been heavily researched. The most addictive substance on planet Earth is heroin. Second, alcohol, not nicotine. Nicotine's not even third, not even fourth. Fifth, nicotine. Also, alcohol kills someone every 90 seconds. Now, of course, cigarettes kill people in vast numbers, and it's very easy to point to cigarette smoking and point to cancer and say, yep, you caused this to happen. It's a little bit muddier with alcohol, but alcohol is a carcinogenic. It's been proven beyond all reasonable doubt. So if you drink alcohol on a regular basis, your chance of cancer increases. And I'm not talking 5%, 6%, 7%. I'm saying if you're a woman and you drink alcohol on a regular basis, your chance of breast cancer goes up 50%. If you're a man, your chance of prostate cancer goes up 50% if you regularly drink alcohol. Now, I know most drinkers don't even want to think about that. We don't want to hear it. We just push it out of our mind. La, 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 la. We don't want to hear it. That's the truth. So why are there no graphic labels on alcohol? And I think the answer is a conspiracy theory in a sense, but you can also see the logic in it. Alcohol is the general public's friend. And no government is going to want to attack the friend of the populace. Now you could say, well, hang on a minute, smoking, cigarettes were the friend of the populace and the government eventually attacked them. Well, they didn't really. They've increased the warning labels on cigarettes and they've increased the tax. And the US government makes $15 billion a year from cigarette tax. So I think, firstly, that's a bit of an illusion because they're making a serious amount of cash out of cigarettes. But secondly, with alcohol, it's different because alcohol gives the government a way to sedate the angry masses and calm everyone down a bit. Because we don't like politicians, we don't trust them, and they let us down continually. Nobody likes the government. Now, when we get a new government, we have hope. And we say, yes, finally someone's going to do something for the people. Somebody's going to get rid of the fat cats. Somebody's going to drain the swamp. And we hope against hope that they're going to do it. And finally there's going to be an honest politician who's on the side of the average man. And it never happens. The new guy comes in, the new woman comes in, and it's just as bad as it's ever been. And we end up hating them. We end up saying they're dishonest. And we say, we need a new government, one that's on the side of the people. And we go round and round and round and round. Now, governments don't want angry, activated people taking action. They want them sedated and calm and just shut up and take what we're giving you. And I know this sounds militant and it sounds like, oh, Craig's got a conspiracy theory. But look, this is not a new concept. This has been done for hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years. Back in the day when countries used to be at war, physically fighting. I'm not talking about aerial bombardment and things like that. I'm talking about guys with swords and bows and arrows and things like that. They used to, before the army was sent into battle, they would get them drunk. They would liberally hand out rum and spirits to get them drunk. Why? Well, they used to tell the army it was to give them bravery, to make them courageous. That's not true. It made them stupid. You don't want really intelligent people on the front line of a battle because they'll go, hang on a minute, aren't I about to get killed for no reason? You don't want that sort of thinking. You just want cannon fodder. You want people who are willing to lie down and get shot for you. That's what you want. So they give them alcohol and stupid people charge into battle, agreeing that they're very brave. And not much has changed, really. You know, if you're a government, you don't want to attack the friend of the populace. And you certainly don't want to take away the thing that's keeping them calm. So that's one reason. But the other reason is the alcohol companies are very powerful. You know, they've got links into government. And there was a kind of half-hearted attempt a few years ago to put warning labels on alcohol. And the government was getting pressure from health groups and from medical professionals saying, look, this stuff is really dangerous. You need to be advising the public better about just how much damage they're doing. And the government went, okay, well, we'll try. And they spoke to the alcohol industry and said, look, will you do this for us? You have to do something. You've got to give us something to go back with. And the alcohol companies said, okay, we'll do something. We're not going to do the full warning thing. We're not going to do the pictures of diseased livers, but here's what we'll do for you. On all our bottles of product, we're going to put a little warning sign at the bottom that says, drink in moderation. And the government went, oh, great, thanks. Yeah, that gives us something. We're doing the right thing. We're advising people to drink in moderation. Great, thanks. And you'll see it now. Bottles of wine, bottles of whiskey, drink in moderation. Maybe a link to a website. So why were the alcohol companies happy to do that? Not because they care about your health. Not because they care about the health of their consumers. Because they know people who are addicted to alcohol can't do that anyway. So it means nothing. To put drink in moderation on a substance that people can't moderate is irrelevant. It's nothing. No alcoholic is going to pick up a bottle and say drink in moderation. Oh, you're kidding me. Put that down. People who are hooked on alcohol can't moderate their drinking. Putting that warning sign on is nothing. It's appeasing the government. And that's all it is. And now alcohol generates, I think, $9.5 billion in revenue every year for the US government. And it's growing. By 2021, that figure will be $10.18 billion in revenue for the US government on taxation of alcohol. So the motivation isn't there. You know, it doesn't matter how harmful the drug is, and don't let it fool you that just because it hasn't got big graphic warning signs on that it's not extremely dangerous for your health. It's just that there's no motivation for the government to do this in any country. You know, this stuff is sedating the angry mob. The people who are running these huge breweries and, you know, drinks manufacturers have links to politicians. And it's making them a lot of money. So this is why alcohol doesn't have warning labels. But it doesn't stop it killing someone every 90 seconds. Won't stop you getting cancer. Basically, the way I look at it, the alcohol situation is like the cigarette industry, but we're about 30 years behind. You know, there was a point when cigarettes were legally allowed to be touted as a health supplement. You know, doctors would even prescribe them. Good for your chest, smoke a cigarette. You know, alcohol still has that license. They can portray, you know, drink our beer and you'll get all the girls. Drink our vodka and you'll turn into James Bond. They can say anything they want at the moment. We're about 30 years behind where the tobacco industry is. It's going to take a long time before this gets better. So you have to take action for yourself now, because your government is not going to look after you on this one. You have to deal with this problem. Nobody else is going to fix it for you. Nobody's going to make it easier. It is your job, your responsibility. If you need help, then please check in at the website, www.stopdrinkingexpert.com. And don't forget to subscribe to this YouTube channel and post your comments below and I'll try and get back to you. Thanks for watching. My name's Craig Beck. See you soon.